Namaskar students. In this video, we will take some problems on binomial distribution. I will be giving you the basic idea and the hint that how you can proceed these problems. Before taking these problems, let us discuss about the binomial distribution, that what we mean by the binomial distribution. So in the case of binomial distribution, we have n independent identical Bernoulli trials. We have a sequence of n independent identical Bernoulli trials, and where in each Bernoulli trial, we have two outcomes which are classified as success and failure. And the probability of success in each trial, it is denoted by P, the notation which we have considered and which we will be using today. Also in our discussion is the small p, which refers to the probability of success. And then we have Q, which is 1 minus P, and this Q is the probability of failure. And then we have taken the random variable X, where the random variable X, it refers to the number of successes which we are getting in these n trials. And the probability that the random variable is taking some value X, it is governed by binomial distribution. And this we have discussed in our previous video and in our live session, that the PMF for the binomial distribution is that this probability, it is given by NCX, P raised to power X, where P is the probability of success, and 1 minus P, which is the probability of failure, and this raised to the power 1 minus P raised to the power N minus X. And the random variable X, which is here, which denotes the number of successes we have in the n trials. So this random variable X can take the values, the number of successes, they can be 0, they can be 1, they can be 2, and maximum, the value which this random variable capital X can take is n, because here we have n trials. So this is the PMF, where this small x, which refers to the value which this random variable X is taking, it may be 0, 1, 2, 3, up to n. Then we have done the proof in which we have seen that the mean for the binomial distribution, it is NP, and the variance for the binomial distribution, if I talk about the variance of binomial variate, then the variance is NPQ. Now let us take some problems. The first problem is the probability that the man aged 50 years will die within a year is 0.01125. So here probability is given, the probability that a person who is 50 years, he will die within a year, that before completing his 51 year, means he will be dying in another year, he will not be reaching his 51st birthday. That probability, that the probability that this person who is 50 years will die within a year is given, and this is 0.01125. Now, what is the probability? They're asking for the probability that out of 12 such men, so we have 12 men who are 50 years, whose age is 50 years, that what is the probability that out of 12 such men, at least 11 will reach their 51st birthday? It means they are saying here that what is the probability that out of these 12, at least 11 will reach their 51st birthday, means at least 11 people out of these 12, they will survive for a year and they will be reaching their 51st birthday. So here, if we talk in context of binomial distribution, so we will be assuming first of all a random variable. So if I take X as a random variable here, X will be the random variable which will refer to the number of persons who will survive, who are 50 years old and who will survive for a year and will reach their 51st birthday. As per our problem, we will be taking a random variable. So we are taking here the random variable X, which will refers to the number of persons out of these 12 who will survive, who are right now of 50 years, and they will survive for a year and they will reach 51st birthday. Now, as per this definition of the random variable, the P, which is the probability of success. Now, probability of success is that the person will survive for a year. The probability which is given in our problem, it is the probability that a person will die in a year. So if we need here the P, the probability of success as per defined random variable, then that P will be obtained by 1 minus this given probability, which is the probability of dying of person. So it is 1 minus 0.01125. So this will be the probability of success for this problem, and the probability of failure, it is already given, it is 0.01125. Now, what is N? N is here, how many men we have? We have 12 men, so here N is 12. Now, the probability which they are asking is that at least 11 will reach, means X will be greater than equal to 11. So if you're considering that X is greater than equal to 11, then what possibilities are there? What values this random variable X will be taking? It means that 11 people out of 12, they will survive. And it may be the case that all the 12 people, they will survive for a year and they will be celebrating their 51st birthday. So it will be the sum of two probabilities. That probability that the random variable X is equal to 11, that 11% will survive for a year. And another probability which we will be having here, that probability that the random variable X is equal to 12. It means that all these 12 men who are 50 years old, they will survive for a year and they will be reaching their 51st birthday. Now, by using the PMF, by putting the value of N, by putting the value of P, and by putting the value of this small x, which is here 11 and here it is 12, we can easily evaluate this probability. Now come to the second problem. In the second problem, we have the problem here that if the chance that one of the 10 telephone lines is busy at an instant is 0.2. So here we have to find out, we have two parts, A and B. In the first, we have to find out that what is the chance that 5 of the lines are busy. We have 10 telephone lines and they're asking that what is the probability, what is the chance that out of these 10, 5 are busy. And in the part B, they're asking that what is the chance that all the lines are busy. So how many total lines we have here? We have 10 telephone lines. So they are asking the chances, they're asking the probability that all the 10 telephone lines, they are busy. So again, here we will be defining first of all our random variable. So here the random variable as per our problem will be X is the random variable which denotes the number of busy telephone lines. It's a hint that first of all, you will be defining your random variable. Let X be the random variable which denotes the number of busy telephone lines. Then if we come to the probability of success and failure here. So here success is that the telephone line is busy. So the probability of success P, the probability of success, which is the probability that the telephone line is busy, it is given in our problem. This probability is 0.2. And if we talk about the probability of failure, that the telephone line is not busy, then that will be 1 minus this probability of success. So this will be 0.8. So we have both probabilities with us, probability of success and probability of failure. And what is N here? The number of telephone lines which we have is 10. So the N for this particular problem is 10. For part A, we have to find out the probability that 5 lines are busy, means the random variable X will be taking value 5. Means what is the probability that this random variable, that the number of busy telephone lines, they are 5 in number. So we will be using the PMF, which is this one. Here we will be considering N as 10, N is 10, and X is 5. We are finding this probability for 5. So X will be considered as 5. The probability of success is here 0.2 and 1 minus P, this is 0.8. So by putting all these values, we can evaluate this probability with probability that 5 lines are busy. And for part B, all lines are busy, means now the random variable is taking value 10. So we have to find out the probability with which this defined random variable, it is taking value 10. So n is 10. Now x will be 10. N and x both are same here because we are saying here all lines are busy. We are talking about n here. So here x will be equal to n, and p and q we have already discussed. So p is 0.2 and this q is 0.8. So by putting these values, we can evaluate this probability, that what is the probability that the random variable x is equal to 10. In the third one, in 100 sets of 10 tosses of an unbiased coin, in how many cases do you expect to get 7 heads, 3 tails? Then in the part B, we have at least 7 heads. And in part C, they are saying that in 256 sets of 12 tosses of a coin, in how many cases one can expect 8 heads and 4 tails. So here we have 10 tosses of an unbiased coin. And how many sets we have? We have 100 sets. Means once we are tossing 10 coins, then second time again we are tossing 10 coins, then third time again we are tossing 10 coins, and we are doing this how many times? How many sets we have? We have 100 sets. They're asking in how many cases. Now they are not asking the probability, they are asking that in how many sets out of these 100 sets, in how many sets do you expect to get 7 heads and 3 tails? 7 heads and 3 tails means we have, in each set we have 10 tosses. So in how many cases you will be having that out of these 10 tosses, you will be having head in 7 cases and we will be having tail in 3 cases. And in B part, they're asking that in how many cases out of these 100, we will be having 7, at least 7 head. Means it will be involving the case that we are getting 7 heads in 10 tosses. It will be involving the case that we are getting 8 heads in 10 tosses. Then it will be involving the case of 9 heads, and it will also be involving the case of 10 heads. So 7, 8, 9, 10. These possibilities will be considered for the part B. And the part C is a similar one, but here instead of 100 sets, now we have 256 sets. And instead of 10 tosses, now we are doing 12 tosses in each of these sets. And again, they're asking some cases that how many cases one can expect 8 heads and 4 tails. So here, again, we will be defining the random variable. So let x be the random variable. And as per our problem, we will be defining here random variable. You can say that x is the random variable, which denotes the number of times we are getting heads in 10 tosses, or you can take it as the number of times we are getting tails in 10 tosses. So x is a random variable which denotes number of heads in 10 tosses. Now, if you talk about the probability of success, then probability of success is probability of getting head. So that probability is 1 by 2. And if we talk about the probability of failure, 1 minus p, it is the probability of getting tail. That is again 1 by 2. If I talk about small n here, the number of trials, the number of these 10 tosses is here n. So small n is here n. And how many sets we have? We have 100 sets. So for that, I am using here the notation of capital N. And this capital N, it refers to 100 sets of 10 tosses. Now for finding this first probability, not probability, we have to find out the cases that we are getting 7 heads, 3 tails. So for finding these number of cases, firstly, we will be finding the probability. And what is the probability corresponding to this part A? Means we are talking about probability with which this defined random variable, it is taking value 7 because we are talking about 7 heads. So if we have 7 heads, then it is certain that since we have 10 tosses, then the rest will be the tails. So if we have 7 heads, then 3 will be tails because total tosses in each set, they are 10 in number. So firstly, we will be finding this probability x equal to 7. And once we have this probability for finding the number of cases, we will be multiplying this probability with this capital N with this 100 sets of 10 tosses. So for this first part, what we need to find out, we need to find out this product n times the required probability, which is here probability with which the random variable, this defined random variable x, is taking the value 7. Here capital N is 100, and this probability we will be finding by using the PMF. And in that PMF, we will be putting this small n, the number of trials, as 10. We will be putting small x, the value which this random variable is taking, as 7. And we will be considering probability of success p as 1 by 2. And probability of failure, it is also 1 by 2. So by putting all these results, by using the PMF of binomial distribution, we can evaluate this product and we can get the number of such cases. And similarly in the part B, but in part B, what is the probability which we will be finding first? Probability that we are getting at least 7 hits. And for number of cases, it will be multiplied with n. So for part B, it will be n times the probability that the random variable x is greater than equal to 7. Now for finding this probability that random variable x is greater than equal to 7, we will be considering 4 probabilities. It will be the sum of 4 probabilities, probability with which this random variable x is taking value 7 hits, and the probability with which this random variable x is taking value 8, means we are getting 8 hits, and we will be considering the case of 9 and also the case of 10. So we will be evaluating all these 4 probabilities by using the PMF. We will be considering their sum, and then its product with this capital N, which is here 100, will give us the required number of cases. Similarly, we can do the C part. In the fourth one, we have to fit a binomial distribution to the following frequency distribution. So here frequency distribution is given and we have to fit a binomial distribution. We have to find out the theoretical frequencies as per binomial distribution. So if we have to fit any distribution and frequency distribution is given, so from that frequency distribution, we will try to find out the parameters of this distribution. We know that the parameters of the binomial distribution, if you're having some random variable x and it is governed by binomial distribution, then in the binomial distribution, the two parameters are n and p, where n is the number of trials and p is the probability of success. So here we will be firstly trying to find these parameters n and p. So what will be our approach? From this frequency distribution, we will be finding our mean. We all know that if frequency distribution is given, then the mean is given by summation xi, fi, summation fi. So from this, we will be finding the mean. And once we have this mean, we know here that in the case of binomial distribution, mean is equal to NP. So we will be considering this obtained mean value as NP. And what is n here? We can see from this frequency distribution, x is taking value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is n? N is here 6. So we have mean with us. We can evaluate mean from the frequency distribution. We have n with us. So by considering the mean and by considering n as 6, we can evaluate this probability of success p. So once we have n with us, which is 6, and we have p with us, which can be evaluated, once we have n and p, then we can easily find out all the probabilities with the help of the PMF of binomial distribution. So with the help of PMF, we will be finding all probabilities. And once we have probabilities, we can find out the theoretical frequencies as per binomial distribution. So this was just an idea that how we will be doing the problems based on the distribution. Let us do this problem. We have discussed it earlier also. This was the first problem. So here the probability that the men aged 50 years will die within a year is 0.01125. So we will be considering first of all the random variable. So let x be a random variable which denotes number of persons who are 50 years old will reach their 51st birthday. Now, if we talk about n, here we have 12 persons, 12 men. So n is equal to 12. Now here, probability of success, P is the probability of success. And what is success here? The success here that the person will survive. So P, the probability of success, and which is probability that a person will survive for a year. And this is 1 minus this probability, which is 0.01125, and this is equal to 0.98875. And if I talk about the probability of failure, Q, this is the given probability. This is the probability that a person will die in a year, and this probability is directly given in a problem, which is 0.01125. So we have assumed that random variable x, we have seen here what is n, we have seen what is probability of success and probability of failure, P and Q here. Now, this x is a random variable having binomial distribution with the parameters. N is here, number of trials is 12, and the probability of success P is 0.98875. So X is the binomial variate here. Probability now, which they are asking in our question, probability out of 12, at least 11 men will reach their 51st birthday. So it will be involving two cases, that 11 men, they will survive for a year. They are right now 50 years and they will be reaching their 51st birthday. And another case will be that the random variable x is equal to 12, means all the 12 men, they will survive for a year and they will be celebrating their 51st birthday. Now, after this, we will be using the PMF of binomial distribution. For this first probability, the random variable x is equal to 11. So NCX will become 12 because n is 12, CX, and x is here 11. The random variable is taking value 11. Then the probability of success This is 0.98875 raised to power 11. And then we have probability of failure, which is 0.01125 raised to power n minus x, which is 12 minus 11. Similarly, we will be finding the second probability with the help of PMF. So it will be 12C12, 0.98875 raised to power x. Here x is 12, and then probability of failure, which is 0.01125 raised to power n minus x, which is 12 minus 12. So we will be simplifying this, and after simplifying, when we'll be adding these probabilities, the answer which we'll be getting, that will be 0.9923. So the probability that at least 11 men, they will reach their 51st birthday is 0.9923. In the same manner, we can do second problem by using the PMF. We have discussed it in detail. We can do the third one, but in the third, they are not asking for probability. They are asking for number of cases. So it will be multiplied with this capital N, which is the number. Capital N refers to the sets. We are talking here, we have 100 sets of 10 tosses. So these probabilities, they will be multiplied with this 100. And the fourth is on fitting. For that, we will be finding the mean, and from mean, we will be finding the probability of success. And then by using the PMF of binomial distribution, we will be finding these probabilities. So complete these problems. Thank you. Have a nice day.